AITA for not wanting to lend my friend my money for concert tickets because they always pay me back. Late. Part 1. Hi Reddit, I need your advice on a situation that's been weighing on me for a while now. I have this friend, let's call him Jake, who I've known since high school. We've always been close, and he's someone I trust and rely on. Recently, Jake approached me and asked if I could lend him some money for concert tickets. He knows I have some extra cash lying around and said he would pay me back as soon as possible. I was hesitant at first because he's borrowed money from me before. And it's always taken him a while to pay me back. But Jake is a good friend, and I wanted to help him out, so I agreed to lend him the money. I told him I needed the money back in a month because I had some bills coming up. And he said that wouldn't be a problem. A month passed, and I didn't hear anything from Jake. I didn't want to bug him about it because I didn't want to come across as pushy or impatient. But I was starting to get worried. I had bills to pay, and I was counting on that money to cover them. Finally, after 2 months, Jake texted me saying he had the money and wanted to meet up to give it back to me. I was relieved, but also frustrated because he had taken so long. When we met up, he apologized and said he had some unexpected expenses come up, which is why he couldn't pay me back sooner. I accepted his apology, but I made it clear that I couldn't keep lending him money if he was going to take so long to pay me back. He said he understood and promised to be more prompt in the future. Part 2. Fast forward a few months, and Jake approaches me again, asking to borrow money for another concert. I was hesitant, but he promised he would pay me back on time this time. I asked him if he was sure, and he said he was. I lent him the money, and this time he paid me back on time, which I was happy about. But then a few weeks later, he asked to borrow money again for another concert. This time, I said no. I told him that I couldn't keep lending him money if he was going to keep asking for it and paying me back late. Jake got upset and said I was being unfair. He said that I had the money to spare, and it wasn't a big deal for me to lend it to him. But to me, it was a big deal. I didn't want to keep loaning him money and risking my own financial stability. Jake got angry and said that I was being selfish and not being a good friend. But I didn't see it that way. I felt like I had been a good friend by lending him money in the past. But I couldn't keep doing it if he was going to keep taking advantage of me. Now Jake isn't talking to me, and I feel like I've lost a friend over this. I don't know if I did the right thing by refusing to lend him money again. Or if I should have just given in and helped him out. Part 3. It's been a few weeks since Jake and I talked. And I'm still feeling conflicted about the situation. On one hand, I don't want to be taken advantage of. And I don't want to put myself in a precarious financial situation by loaning out money that I might not get back in a timely manner. On the other hand, Jake has been a good friend to me in the past. And I don't want to lose that friendship over something like money. But at the same time, I feel like Jake is the one who's being selfish by putting me in this position and not respecting my boundaries. I feel like he's not being considerate of my needs and is only thinking about his own desires. I've tried reaching out to him a few times to talk things out, but he's been avoiding me. I don't know if he's still upset about the money situation or if there's something else going on. But either way, I feel like our friendship is on the line, and it's making me anxious and stressed. I'm still not sure if I did the right thing by refusing to lend him money again. Maybe I could have been more understanding and found a compromise. Or maybe I'm being too hard on myself and need to prioritize my own financial stability. I guess what I'm really asking is, AITA for not wanting to lend my friend money for concert tickets because he always pays me back late. Was I being unfair and selfish, or was I justified in setting boundaries and sticking to them? I feel like I need an outside perspective to help me make sense of this situation and figure out how to move forward.